What you pawn I will redeem. Theme: Alcoholism by Angela Alvarado. One day you have a home and the next you don't. This is a photo of Native Americans who are homeless. There is a big population of homeless Native Americans in New York. Piece by piece, I disappeared. This photo reminds me of being lost. I believe the narrator, Jackson Jackson, is lost. He, in the first page of What You Pawn I Will Redeem, he says that he may have had 2 or 3 wives, marriages, and he might have raised 2 or 3 kids. He seems to be lost due to the fact that he can't even remember how many marriages or how many kids he raised. After about 2 hours of negotiating, we earned $5, good enough for a bottle of Fortified Courage from the most beautiful 7-Eleven in the world. I got this picture of Liquid Courage because it reminds me of the phrase he used, Fortified Courage. I believe fortified just means that it's stronger. Rose of Sharon Jr. and I carried our $20 bill and our $5 in loose change over to the 7-Eleven and spent it to buy 3 bottles of imagination. I use this photo because I believe they're just throwing their money away for 3 bottles of, quote, imagination. One by one, each of them hopped a big working boat in Anchorage or Barrow, or fished his way south to Seattle, jumped off the boat with a pocket full of cash to party hard at one of the highly sacred and traditional Indian bars. When broke around has been trying to find his way back to the boat and frozen north ever since. This is what I imagine they would have looked like, possibly. I pictured them just sitting alone. I sold 5 in 1 hour, dumped the other 45 into a garbage can, and walked into the McDonald's, ordered 4 cheeseburgers for $1 each, and slowly ate them. After eating, I walked outside and vomited on the sidewalk. I hated to lose my food as soon as after eating it. As an alcoholic Indian man with a busted stomach, I always hope I can keep enough food in my stomach to stay alive. I believe he's going through withdrawal. He can't really go very long without alcohol, and since alcohol can replace appetite, he reacted to it negatively. I also believe, again, he's wasting his money. He was given 50 newspapers to sell and he only sold 5, and each newspaper costs like $1, so he kept $1 in the end. How much for whiskey shots? I asked the bartender. A fat white guy. You want the bad stuff or the badder stuff? As bad as you got. $1 a shot. I laid my $80 on the bar top. I believe he's wasting his money again, and he's not using it correctly because he's buying alcohol for everybody. And as you will see in the next slide, Honey Boy pulled out his credit card and I drank and I sailed on the plastic boat. They just keep spending money, and the credit card is even worse. Nearly blind with alcohol, I stood alone at the bar and I swore I'd been standing in the bathroom with Irene only minutes ago. "One more shot," I yelled at the bartender. "You got no more money," he yelled. Even with no money and everybody gone, he's still trying to keep drinking, even after being still drunk. "You dumbass, you passed out on the railroad tracks." This is a photo of a passed out drunk man. I believe homeless people have a higher risk of falling asleep in more dangerous places. Alcohol abuse really sends you to really bad places. These are my citations for each picture. And the last one is 10 Little Indians. Thank you.